I wake up every night with the dreams are the same. Taken by my fear with a different face. They can drive me to surrender. I won't change. Chased down by a car without a hand at the wheel. Crash into my heart and I got nothing to feel. And I raise my hands as daylight breaks the chain. All I wanna know is, are we back now, fighting from the same side? All I wanna hear is the sound of your voice on the airwaves tonight. 'Cause it's high time we decided.
you think you've got what it takes, challenge the one in Best of One. You know right where to find me.
We have returned to the CGB Dojo, the Cool Kids Club Dojo.
When you go up against the one in Best of One, it's a tough battle.
I fear no goblin. If I make you feel bad for goblins, I'm doing my job, guys. I like taking that cool thing that the opponent's excited about doing and squashing it.
True villain mode has been activated.
Why won't you die? Never didn't have it. You cry those tears, opponent. The only one in Best of One.
There's only one in Best of One.
Oh my god! Let the nonsense begin.
The world teaches us to bend, and with the epic winds come defeat. And it feels like I'm screaming into a void, like the world is drowning.
Is that better? Professional content creator at work. Burn champion. S769. That's your real name. Somebody's got to plug in this iPad. How's it gonna charge if I don't plug it in? Oh. The hell am I doing? I'm streaming again? It's been like 2 days. Where are the bands? Don't you know? What are we doing with the bands if it only goes live tomorrow? Already saw the video. But you don't have to ask. We play Brawl. We play Brawl. What do you do now? You revel in your victory, S769. You lord, and you also like rub it in the face of all these scrubs who couldn't get it. Ilkin Snipes, thank you for the tier 1. And Brendan Robinson, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that. Brew today? No, I have to record some Brawl content, you guys. We do have to do that, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, for those who don't know, like, you know, you haven't paid incredibly close attention to Magic the Gathering for the last 2 to 3 hours, they banned some cards. They actually did it. Crazy sons of a bitch, they did it. So that happened. I know. Jengar Hood. Jengar Hood. Thank you for the prime. Boom! Look at this. Look at this. Craziness. The absolute madness. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, the Reflection of Kiki Jiki is banned. 2 cards banned. Invoke Despair is banned. Reckoner Bankbuster is banned. Buchanan? I don't know. Thank you for gifting that sub. I appreciate that. There also is a ban video, for those who don't know. It is currently on a channel. I wonder if it's doing good. By the way, this is my live channel where the VODs go to live, if you want to watch these streams on YouTube later. Boom! Fireworks! Number 1 out of 10. Amazing. Amazing. I give the credit to the thumbnail. But anyway, there's that video. Invoke Despair is banned. Reckoner Bankbuster is banned. Fable the Mirror Breaker is banned. Happy B-Day to all. How am I meant to enjoy the video game without these cards? Try Best of One, because they were never... Well, let's have a look. Let's look at some rumors. I was gonna say they're not that popular in Best of One, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Meta, standard meta. Number 1, Selesnya enchantments. Really? Jesus. What is this? Gold? This is bronze to mythic. If I put a filter on that, does that change? How does one filter fly? No, it's still number 1. Really? The enchantment stack is number 1 on untapped.gg. Okay. I mean, I didn't think it would stay up there. It's off the screen. Look, you don't need to see it. Just believe my words. Where's the trust, man? Stream literally has my name on it. Yeah, okay. Selesnya was in the Arena Championship. Yeah, but it wasn't the new version. It didn't play Calyx. It was the value version that's not very good in Best of One. Selesnya enchantments. Mono red burn. Mono red aggro. These are 2 different decks, I see. Number 4 was Rakdos midrange. Mono white humans, soldiers, mono blue, 5-color domain. 5-color domain probably has Bankbuster. Rakdos midrange has all the cards that were banned. That's 6 of the top 8 decks by percentage and popularity untouched by this ban announcement. Calyx was in Arena? I'm pretty sure I looked at that deck list and it didn't have it. You guys, are you guys fake newsing me? Because we have an internet here. Let's find out. Barcelona, by the way. What up? See you guys in Barcelona. Anybody thinking about going? Yes, the 1 in Best of One will be there. 4 Calyx. Okay. This guy's got it. This guy's got it. I swear that I looked at the Seth Manfield list and it didn't have it. Because that's the one that I looked at. Which I do think Calyx over Catilda for the most part. But sometimes that life gain be necessary. Was I wrong? Dude, there's no Calyx in Seth's list. 0. Get out. Frickin' Twitch chat, you're coming at me again being wrong and stuff. Why would you do this to me? I've got the receipts. But yeah, the dude up top here uses Calyx. I did not see a match that this one played. Who placed higher? Let's find out. Calyx or not Calyx? Antonio Jose Santos Abreu. Aha! Antonio in the semifinals. Manfield not in top 8. Calyx reigns supreme. How about that? All right. Calyx got some love. Good for Calyx. Let me look at that list again. Is it like just aggro? No, it's got the Hallowed Hauntings. It does, so it runs a bit of both, right? It's got 1 Rite of Harmony instead of like the 3. It's got 4 Audacities. Usually like you pick a lane, right? It's either Hallowed Haunting or Calyx Audacity, and this is trying to do both. What did they cut? What's missing? Kami of Transience is missing. I guess they assume it's too easy to exile it. That's what they cut. I could see it. I'm fine with that. There's plenty of times where the Kami doesn't get there. There's plenty of times where Kami just goes, dies. This deck untouched by bans. So it was top 4, completely untouched by bans. That's interesting when you're talking about a format shakeup. Jeskai Dragons has Fable and Wedding announcement. Don't let it fool you guys. I got messages all day like, dude, there's a Dragons deck. Oh my god, Jeskai Dragons. We love dragons. Jeskai Dragons, you guys. Jeskai Dragons. It's so hyped, dude. Zergo and Ojutai. There are as many orcs in this deck as dragons. Call it Jeskai Orcs. Or Jeskai Dorks. Dragons and orcs combined. Ha! I came up with that myself. I didn't look at chat at all. Then look at the rest of this deck. Bankbuster, Fable, Wedding Announcement, Wandering Emperor. The Busters and the Fables from this deck are gone. We'll see how it holds up. A lot of what this deck was designed to do was to take on Rakdos. So curious to see if this deck hangs out, stays around or not. We shall see. 4 Wandering Emperors, untouched by bans, Invasion of Gobakhan. Jim Davis did the dork first. Look, Jim Davis is a damn dinosaur. Of course he did it first. If it's in Magic, Jim Davis did it first. If it's in Magic content, Jim Davis did it first. Didn't it post a 40% win rate in the event? Dude, I don't know. I didn't like read the stats. This is just a tournament that happened this weekend. What? Who like pays attention to those things anymore? Cringe. I'm just kidding, of course. I love following this stuff for years. Now I find it really hard to follow just because it seems so samey to me. Chandra, Hope's Beacon. So this card is still around, but Invoke Despair is gone. So, I mean, are we doing Hope's Beacon Breach the Multiverse now? What do you guys think we're doing? How do they replace this? Shieldred not banned, as kind of expected. The top end of Atraxa, Itali, Breach the Multiverse intact. Bloodtithe Harvester still exists. I mean, 10 cards out of this deck, gone. 10 cards. Plenty to do in those spots, though. Breach gets worse without Fable Ramp. Do you think if you put that in all caps, I'll read it? Because that will never work. I like, these cards are still good, but one thing that things have proven to be in the past is people don't like playing scuffed decks. No, do not. Oh, that's right, you guys. It's Ban Day. Happy Ban Day to all of us. We are giving out free bans in the chat for literally almost nothing. If you would like the honor that is getting banned from the Covert Go Blue chat for even a moment, we are giving them out in the chat. Just type anything whatsoever that our mods, like, just trigger our mods or the streamer even a little, and we will drop that hammer. It'll be amazing. Free bans, guys. The true honor. Mods, you have my permission to hand out bans just for the funsies, to celebrate Ban Day in Magic the Gathering. Just hit them. Just hit them with it. Oh, man. What's this? CGB is a mono red player. Oh, yep. Gone. Destroyed. First one, got him. All right. Anyway, other decks. Rakdos, Boros mid-range. Now here's somebody who, like me, believes that Yorion was the greatest card ever produced. Although, I mean, I guess the only blink card is the Guardian? Yeah, they're just relying on the Guardian to do all the blinking necessary. God, this deck looks medium. Does it run Fable? It runs 4 Fables and 2 Bankbusters. Banned. I mean, is it worth playing red anymore? All you've got is Itali, but Itali is like kind of the point. Interesting. And then there's this deck, the Ramp deck, that's been actually taking off and doing pretty well. 4 Atraxas, 1 Itali, let's go. What does it lose? 1 Bankbuster. Guys, is anybody else noticing a trend that most of the main decks here do not play 3 or 4 Bankbusters? There's a lot of like 2 and 1 Bankbusters already. Like it's like the format's already moving away from it. 4 Touch the Spirit Realm is kind of cool, right? You get to blink your Atraxas and your Stompies and have a removal spell. That card's secretly good. Like I try to sneak it into commander decks and brawl decks where I can. Touch the Spirit Realm. And Grix is getting gutted here. Nope, this is a Cruelty of Gix deck. They're gonna lose their Bankbusters and their Fables though. You don't get to just dump cards into your graveyard for free anymore. So some amount of the reanimation stuff is going to have to work for it. Guys, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Looking at these bans, the top win rate decks in best of 1, look at it. Rakdos midrange is at the bottom here. It's like number 8. It's 51%. The Domain deck, which has a few Bankbusters, is 52. All the decks above it play none of the cards that were banned. Mono blue, mono red, enchantments, soldiers, mono red, humans. They play none of the banned cards. None. Why? Like, this is going to change almost nothing. Now, control not even being on the list is frustrating because you should be able to get a control deck to like a 52, 53% win rate in best of 1, and right now you just can't. Individually you can, but there's no, like, individually you can fine tune and master a control deck for the ladder, and you can get there, but like there's no list that's so generically powerful that a lot of people can do it. You basically have to be a control die hard, try hard, and master to get your control deck up here. And if you share the list, somebody else will just go 0-10 with it and delete it and call you a scam because the cards aren't generically powerful enough. You have to be a master to control your way up to a decent win rate. It does feel like, it feels like best of 1 is going to be exactly this from now until September, and that's the best we can hope for. Home Brutality, thank you for the Prime Gaming and the 31 months. I appreciate the support. Guys, how am I supposed to play this format from now until September? I only play best of 3, so I don't know about best of 1, but I don't think WotC cares. I think you're right. I think we're in a certain side of the cycle. Like, these things are cyclical. The way that companies look at their products, certain things get attention and certain things don't. Arena came out, it was new, it was shiny, it got a lot of attention. Even best of 1 got attention back then. And then pandemic happened and Arena was necessary, so it continued to get attention. But now those days are over. The people who work at Wizards, clearly what they want more than anything else is for Paper Magic to get attention. All their attention is on Paper Magic, and even the ban announcement outlined that this is part of a strategy to bring Standard back in paper, something that if you had asked me for the last 3 years, I don't think they cared at all about Standard in paper. And I know it's hard with pandemic and stuff, but you look at their decisions regarding the Pro Tour and a lot of things that they did before pandemic, and it just seemed like paper Standard was something they honestly either took completely for granted or didn't care much about. And now that's changed, but it's also very clear right now that they do not care about the Arena state of things very much, at least not outside of specifically the Arena team. The WotC Eye of Sauron, the Hasbro Eye of Sauron is not focused specifically on Arena. It obviously, people care much more about paper right now, and that's fine. That's the cycle, and it's hard to be on kind of the downward side of the cycle, but Still, you know, happy for the time and attention that Arena got, and I'm sure the cycle will come back around someday. But right now, the decisions are obviously going to be built around Paper Standard, which is very different from Best of One Arena Standard. It honestly is its own format. It's its own world, and it is the most played probably the most played form of Magic in the world. Arena, Best of One, Standard. So you'd like to think that some attention would be paid to it, but right now they're taking it for granted because we just keep doing it no matter what. So why should they care? If you know what I mean. They're trying to out Paper Standard, which no one plays, and are ignoring Best of One Arena Standard, which is the most played format ever. Yeah, that's the short version. Now, if they succeed and people do play Paper Standard again, Paper Best of 3 Standard again, then I would be happy with that. Because I do love, like, Paper Standard is what I fell in love with so many years ago. It's always been my favorite format. I want there to be a healthy competitive structure for it so I can get excited about pro events. I want to see the stars of that circuit, you know, get their due. Like Nathan Stoyer killing it right now, you know. Strosky still bringing it in the finals yesterday. Good to see some names that you recognize. Jim Davis is crushing right now. So I'll be happy if it works. Will it work? Do you think adding another 12 months of legality to every standard set, well, not every standard set, because it depends on when it rotates, right? But you know what I mean. Adding an extra year to the rotation is going to make people feel fine buying into standard. And then if they do, like, where are they playing standard? What are they doing with standard? I can't even picture standard events firing in my town. I can't imagine that happening. So they've got to do that. I imagine they know that. I imagine they will. This is part of several announcements designed to do the same thing. There is a master scheme to get people back in the store playing standard. Here, the thing is, I find it so weird that this is happening right now. Because, I mean, they've got what might, like, a huge set coming out, a huge release, Lord of the Rings, Magic the Gathering. I still think it might be one of the best-selling sets, if not the best-selling set ever. There's so much excitement for this. And is it standard legal? Nope. No, it's not. So, like, this whole summer, who wants to play standard when they could be playing Lord of the Rings? I mean, it's a modern set and it's a commander set, right? The fake bans were better than the real bans. Fake bans had some issues, man. Like, I would not be down with the Atraxa Plaza. That is just weird. But I do think they were onto something with Rafine, Wandering Emperor, and Wedding Announcement. I think those were real problems. WotC needs to sell us some top-notch standard challenger decks. They're not going to do that. They're going to sell you the version with, like, one of the key rare in it, right? And for good reason. You just dishing out playsets of those cards doesn't help with the main problem with standard, which is that it gets samey, it gets repetitive. And then if they ban one of those cards, that deck is chaff, right? So they can't sell you top-notch challenger decks. You want Swiftspear and Thalia to get the ban hammered. So this is something I almost made a video talking about. I don't think Mono Red needs a ban. I'm not sure about that because I don't know what's coming in Eldraine and Ixalan this fall. But I think that Mono Red is perfectly fine as a villain for the format, as the most played deck, because you can beat it. You can usually beat it. You can play cards like Boonbringer Valkyrie. You can load up on Graveyard Trespassers. You can defeat Mono Red. It will always be super popular no matter what, because it's easy to play and small brain people need deck. That's just me smack talking. A lot of people genuinely like mono red play patterns, but you can beat it. You know, there are plenty of decks that can actually spar with mono red well. I don't think it needed a ban. I think that there is the danger of critical mass of just insanely powerful 1-mana plays that were almost 2. They have Phoenix Chick, they have Swift Spear, they have Kumano Faces Kakazan. If they get one more like 1-mana card that can do like 3 or more damage for 1 mana, like it might be just unreasonable for mono red, and we'll have to see. But mono red is fine as long as you can target mono red. The thing is, you can't play cards like Boombringer Valkyrie in a format with Rakdos, because Rakdos is endless value and they use 1 go for the throat. They kill your Boombringer Valkyrie, you get nothing out of it, and then they proceed to demolish you. Like, a card like that is just completely unplayable in a meta that includes Rakdos to some extent. So like, if they were gonna ban the value out of Rakdos, I really wish they banned the value out of white, because we're still in a value meta. It's just now we're in a mostly white based and maybe black white like meta, right? Because now you just have Wedding Announcement and Wandering Emperor instead of Fable and Invoke Despair. And like, Invoke Despair was one of the cards that could keep those two in check. Having no Invoke Despair for the Wandering Emperor Wedding Announcement meta is it's really bad, right? It's a serious problem. I think we're in for a lot of weddings, guys. Blood Money 2.0. The thing about Blood Money was great because you had those Deadly Dispute, Shambling Ghast, Eye Twitch starts where you basically had 1-mana cards that kept the opponent from running you over, that also gave you like value throughout the game. Those do not exist in standard right now. Like, what's your 1-drop that gives you kind of good long-term value? It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Well, bans allow Storm the Festival to be good. I haven't played a Storm the Festival deck in a long time. I can't really imagine it. Guys, what's it like to spend 6 mana on a spell? Weird. I mean, we might have to try. I mean, yeah, you could have a Troxa in your deck or Storm the Festival in your deck. Make your choice. You could have Italy in your deck or Storm the Festival in your deck. Make your choice. Breach the Multiverse is going to be a long time, kind of, especially if a Troxa and Italy becomes so prevalent and popular. Breach the Multiverse, able to hit one or both of those, is woo! It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I remember when Innistrad Midnight Hunt came out and we were all excited about Storm the Festival decks. Man, did they replace that top end? Because at the time, like, what was the best 7-mana card? There just really wasn't one. Why don't you play Explorer? Because it's lame, sucks, and is boring. To me. Because people have preferences and you don't have to understand mine, but since you asked. I'll give you a very nuanced take. So Hullbreaker didn't come out until Crimson Vow. So Hullbreaker wasn't around when Storm the Festival hit. Better is subjective. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, I like, so like, what standard decks are even gonna change for best of one? Very little. I mean, really just this Rakdos deck, right? Like, you don't need Bankbuster to have a very good domain deck, I would say. Standard tier list, mono white. All these white-based decks don't need it. Abzan Toxic doesn't need it. Can't believe this is still on the tier 1. That's LOL. The red deck, the humans deck doesn't need it. Like, none of these cards need the cards that got banned. Everything with a high win rate in best of one absolutely dodge this. Then we get Mono Black. And is this one even the Invoke Despair version? Like, there's a version that doesn't even play Invoke Despair. Yeah, there's no Invoke Despairs in the highest performing list in Best of One, which makes some sense. Invoke Despair in Best of One. It's still a card that people love and they're going to keep casting it, but it wasn't always necessarily the best choice. You have to go all the way down to Mono Black Control before you see a banned card. And then you have to go down to, like, where are the reflections of Kiki Jiki, right? Where is this dominant Fable card? It's down here in Rakdos midrange. It's so fun to cast Invoke Despair. It is. It's a fun card to cast. Are they going to alchemize the 3 banned cards? I don't know if they still update alchemy. I'm sure there will be some announcement, some changes in alchemy soon. This is sorted by win rate. No shit. That Rakdos deck has the most played by far. Yeah, but we were looking at win rates. But yeah, sure. If you want to, Rakdos, 73,000 matches, the most played by far. I mean, yeah, a lot of people play it. Unless you're looking at Selesnya frickin' enchantments, 97,000. Oh man, that's pretty funny. They just nerfed Kumano in Alchemy, did they? Do you have a link to that? Is that a thing that happens today? There's no way, right? Maybe it's happening tomorrow. I mean, if they still have Crucius, if Crucius is still doing Crucius things, they're fine. Where's your link? I don't believe you until you link. I believe you would just say things. Get trolled? Arena announcements, May 29th. Clayton, how you doing? New rebalances tomorrow. Jeez, they just snuck this out here, didn't they? Tomorrow we get some rebalances. Mono red rebalances in Alchemy. Mono red aggressive decks are among the top performing decks on Alchemy, especially in best of one matches. Ooh, fact check them. Fact check them. Mono red aggro. Wait a minute, what? Alchemy meta tier list. The data volume for the selected format and ranks in current meta is very low. In our format nobody plays, Mono red is dominating. Okay, let's add in the bronze gamers, shall we? Okay. Mono white number 1, mono red number 2, not by much, by 0.4%. Jund mono black. 4 decks making up the meta with no tier list. Look at these win rates. Who's losing? The 64, 64, 61, 60. Who's losing? I am confused. The sample size of the mono red aggro is so huge. Let's have a look at this pile. Let's have a look at this absolute defeater. The most played list has 240 matches, so nobody can really agree on a deck. There's a lot of insufficient data. We got a Chandra. Nobody even plays that in standard. Swifty, Chicky, Epicuri, Felden. Looks really familiar. Guys, did you... This list, look at this list. This list right here is 100% standard legal. 100% unnerfed, unrebalanced standard legal. Dude, this person figured it out. They just go play standard in Alchemy and just farm all the noobs who don't know which format they're in. They absolutely figured it out. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, this person knows that alchemy cards exist. They got some tiefling outcasts. They've got some big spenders. That is the quintessential alchemy card, by the way. Oh my god, what if the person who plays this deck doesn't know they're playing alchemy? Don't worry about it. Most cards in mono red are replaceable with others, but Kumano Faces Kakazan, Traumatic Prank, and burn spells such as Lightning Strike are unique effects that are played in almost every version of mono red. We are only rebalancing Kumano Faces Kakazan and Traumatic Prank to directly target mono red aggro and avoid weakening red's removal in other decks. Kumano Faces Kakazan is the most efficient one-drop in mono red that plays well with both creature-centric and spell-centric builds with its second chapter and by triggering prowess. Etching of Kumano loses haste. Wow. That's a pretty big rebalance, right? That's a pretty big rebalance. Is it unplayable? Everybody says that they're unplayable after being rebalanced, but they're usually right. Generally speaking, when a card is rebalanced, people don't play it anymore. Can you guys name a card that has survived being rebalanced and is still like seeing regular play based on it still being good? Not on nostalgia? I mean, Meat Hook, I don't think Meat Hook sees play because it's good. I don't see it get played in Alchemy. Does Winota get played in Historic? Teferi in Historic? Sure, Teferi in Historic. That is pretty bad too. Minsc and Boo, I could accept that. I'm not talking about the cards that were buffed. You guys are just trying to get under my skin. Traumatic Prank effectively answers large creatures that are otherwise supposed to be strong against red decks. The cost increases to 3R from 2R. Dead. I thought they didn't want to rebalance cards by increasing cost. Just add a mana to it. But they did. They pretty much banned this card, I think. I don't think anybody plays this card for 4. Who plays 4 mana Threaten? Blech. Gross. Gross. Anyway, pre-order Tales of Middle-earth. Let's go. Sleeve reveal May 30th. Gandalf Pass. Sleeve reveal May 30th. Can't give that away. Whoa. Would you like a One Ring pet? I think I'd like a One Ring pet. I think that's kind of Poggies. That sleeve is pretty cool. Mono red player spotted. The debut video is tomorrow. Is tomorrow a debut for Lord of the Rings stream? Do you guys know what time? I'm sure they say that on the somewhere. But where do you think they have a schedule for these things? Where, if you wanted to know what's going to be on the Wizards, where do you think they're going to show when they do this stuff? Maybe here? No, that's from May 5th. Main page. Bright mode. I have my Dark Reader on. It can't beat this. Main page. What is a main page? News mean. News. Order March of the Machine, the aftermath. Oh. Right below that very important upcoming thing, debut video. Join Fellowship, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. You're invited to a party of special magnificence at your local game store where you can join in fun pre-release events and get one of Bilbo's birthday scene cards. Debut video premieres in 21 hours. Okay, so what time is it? It's 2 o'clock, so it premieres at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We can watch it tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. Oh my god, am I going to stream a third day in a row? We shall see. We shall see. Click it. You click it. I goes to a YouTube video. Yeah, upcoming premiere. So I guess more about that tomorrow. Guys. How am I supposed to play Alchemy where I get a nerfed Kumano faces Kakazan as the payoff? Or am I supposed to play this standard for like 3 months? Where the top tier is going to continue to be white, soldiers, mono red, and enchantments. Can I control that meta? Maybe. See how the mono red decks just keep trending up? That's as people burn out of standard, as people get sick of just playing the same crap over and over, these players just come back every day. Just lights themselves on fire, man. They just get so excited. It's kind of funny. Where is the link with the nerfs? Somebody else shared it. Somebody else punched it into chat, but I mean, that's it. That's the only nerf. There are no other nerfs. They came up with one. It's Kumano faces Kakazan and their hastiness. We're near the end of the month. I figure people want fast climbs to win ranks for better rewards. The rewards for Mythic are so bad. The reward for Mythic is the climb. It's the Miley Cyrus, you know. People get excited about number go up, right? You can rationalize it however you want. You'd do it for nothing. You'd do it just to have a little number by your name, wouldn't you? Yeah, you'd do it. You'd do it. Are you familiar with Squad Strike in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I am not. Link. I think you could do something similar in Arena. Shit. Let's see what kind of a big brain idea this is. You got your link? Do I have to Google? Squad Strike Smash Bros. Wow, this is the tiniest text I've ever seen. Is a multiplayer mode that enables players to fight against each other with a squad of either 3 or 5 fighters. The mode can be played in 3 formats: tag team and elimination. Both have winner each. What? In all formats, characters are selected for each squad. Each player selects each. What the hell? This is like infinitely complicated. Best of 3 or 5. I'm the one in best of 1. Are you freaking kidding me? No. 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 Why would anyone ever? I'm so confused. Do I even know what Smash Bros is? Is it something from the dark web? Sounds risque to me. Ah! Anything fun in the store? The hell this crocodile. I mean, nifty. Actually, I want this. I want this crocodile. Slimefoot and Squee demands this. I didn't know that card was real. It seems to freeze the game. Wait, what? Scammed out of a wild card. A style I don't even own the card for. A mythic. Are you freaking kidding me? Wizards got me again. Whenever you sacrifice this or another creature, it perpetually gains. Exile this from your graveyard, create an X-like ooze where X is the card's power. Seems fun to me. Probably terrible. It's an alchemy card. Oh yeah, it has the P word. All right, I've enjoyed our band chats. I'm sure we will continue to do it a little. We have to make a video. And the video is Skitherix. Skitherix is the poll winner. SKITHIRYX. Do people actually call it Skittles? What is Matt? March of the Machine Aftermath. What got banned? I just woke up. Everything. Not much. Not much, unfortunately. Invoke got banned in Standard. That was the only surprise. Bankbuster and Fable also got banned. I thought you deleted Karn. Silence. Don't be that way. I am still hurting, guys. I feel targeted. They canceled rotation, and now the bans only target Rakdos in best of 3. They leave best of 1 for the nerds like me. I feel being hated out. I feel like I'm being hated out of my game. But we carry on because, damn it, I still love this game. And fortunately, there are other modes like Historic Brawl that are very, very fun. Very, 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 very fun. No rotation. Oh, did you not hear? This is awkward. Yeah. Rotation this fall canceled. Everything's just gonna stay legal. Yeah, things are going to be legal for 3 years now instead of 2. Did you guys not hear? Did you not know? I'll just be here while you process that. Dude, when I read that, I was at a MagicCon. I was at MagicCon. I was in line to do one of the first March of the Machine Aftermath drafts. And I was really just going to pick up my cards and leave because that's how I draft. So I'm just in line waiting to get my Aftermath cards, which at the time, were not even technically released yet. So it was very exciting. And somebody was like, you gotta check this on your phone. Like, I saw it on Twitter, and I'm like reading it, and the breath just went out of me. And somebody came up and was like, hey, CGB, I'm a big fan of your stuff. And I just stared at them. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I just read that there will be no rotation this year. I need a moment. Thank you. Thank you for your support. And then I tried to recover. Just walked around like a zombie in shock for the next hour. Yeah. Judith Historic Brawl deck. If I haven't already made that video, I've definitely played that deck a lot. Have you searched my channel for it? It might be like 3 or 4 years old, but trust me, it hasn't changed. You play cheap creatures and you attack. That sounds like about as... That sounds so not me. I can't even explain to you how not me that is. Yes, you win. If you have fun, though, there's something wrong with you. Anyway, 3-year standard, man. I don't know. I've been through a lot of standard. I don't think I've ever been through 3-year standard. I'm still processing it, and everything about it still makes me feel dread. I still don't think, I don't see how I'm going to enjoy it, you know? It still scares me. Did Sheldred get banned? No, Sheldred stays legal. Would you play Rashmi and Ragavan in the Commander show? I mean, I'd play just about anything in the Commander show. The question is, how do you pick one commander out of the, like, I don't know how many commanders are legal now. Are there like 7,000 or something? And why that one? Why is a longer rotation bad? I'll try to help you. Think of a card that you hate, that you see every day, and every time you see it, you're like, oh. Got it? There's probably a few, but everybody has that one, right? That one. Oh. That card is now legal and standard for another year. Remember that joy you felt when that card you hated in the last format finally rotated out? Goldspan Dragon, anyone? Do you remember? You don't get that this year. Christmas is canceled. You want Cat Oven for another year? That's what you get. Maybe that's a bad example because I think they did ban that in like the last month of its legality. So that's why. All right, so it's playing the audio. We're doing the thing. We're ready to try this deck. It's mono black control, but with an infect win con. Should be nice. Should be exciting. Had to build in a lot of life gain because you do need to kind of stay alive, and you have a lot of ways to pay life for cards. So some of the life gain stuff looks a little sus, like Corrupt wouldn't play in most decks. Cosmos Elixir wouldn't play in most decks. Actually, another change I thought of is I think I'm actually cutting the Lantern. As much as I love its dirtily lanternness, it's like a Castle Vantress almost. And I'm running the Pristine Talisman just because life gain I think is that important. Pretty important. And then from there, we play mono black. Now, we are making the day's YouTube video, you guys. You know what that means. You don't exist. You were never here. Speaking of which, did today's YouTube video go up? Just checking in the background, don't mind me. Don't worry, guys. I'll still give you the occasional wink. Nudge, nudge. Yep, today's video is up. Yay! So, where's a link to my Twitchness? Let's let them know they can come over here and check this out. Let's let them know they can come over here and... What? Check this out. That doesn't sound right at all. Come over here and... What? Check... Oops. If you don't read chat, no, I still read it. I just can't talk to you. YouTube gets jealous. It'll be like watching a video, except I'm recording it, and some games will get cut. It's fine. This is fine. All right. Let's make the magic happen. Hopefully we get some games that are as good as yesterday's. Especially the last game of the stream was really good. So, be fun if we had something like that. Italy. Ah, yeah. One of the evil ones. On the play against Italy, this hand doesn't have any ramp, so we'll take the mulligan. This hand does have ramp and some card draw, so it's a pretty good keep. Oh, Italy, endless value from the command zone. Very hard thing to beat, but Italy doesn't fly, unlike Atraxa, so Skithiryx can get in there for the poison, and sometimes you can get there. Well, we missed the land drop. Canker Bloom. It's kind of scary. That can blow up an artifact. Let's see. In that case, I think we're just ramping and going for a throat before it blows up an artifact. Most of the time, the Italy decks don't play a lot of interaction. Just ramp. My version, I've started playing a lot more board wipes. Now this is a very scary deck because the Meglos can also blow up artifacts. So I think we're in a spot where we have to use Shieldred here, but not necessarily. So what happens? 2, remove oil counter. 3, remove the counters, destroy an artifact or enchantment. They can blow up one of these. It's not that important. We could play Skithiryx and just start getting there. It's a 3-turn clock. It's faster than most things that they can do. So yeah, I think we just try to tempo them out here. Give it the good old haste, and if they don't kill it this turn, the regeneration shield is up, and then they might just get poisoned to death. Now they ramp. They have removal. This is a very different version of Italy than I'm used to. Dusk Legion Zealot, Shieldred. Let's see if we can hit the land. We miss. Okay, so we're not going to Shieldred. Let's play our little Zealot friend. Maybe that will hit the land still. Nope, clean to dust. Let's Thoughtseize their hand. They're going to have... I guess we take the big card draw effect. Leave them with a Questing Beast, which is kind of scary. A cut down that doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is it's red-green good stuff, which is a different take, but actually might be harder for us to beat. If they spend their mana killing our artifacts, that's fine. We held back the good one. They're gonna go after the idol. Take the block. Cling. Still no lands. Is it Shilly time? Maybe it's key time. Next turn, our opponent can play Questing Beast and get in for 10. It's really bad, actually. But then we'd have a lot of mana. It is weird to miss land drop this much. So they can't play Etali next turn without an untapped land. I think we just Shieldred here. Easy. How come they get untapped lands? Now let's see what they get. Oh my. I think they just hit a tutor. Demonic Bargain. And Grand Warlord Rada. They get to exile 13. And then they get to go pick a card of choice, which will probably kick our butt. What would I get if I were them? Something huge. A Vorinclex. The 8 mana one. Titan of Industry. Tyrannix Rex. There's a lot of good choices. Can I get my Thoughtseize back? Feels really weird that we never got off the 4th land. All right, hopefully the opponent just puts their mana into Etali and then we can kill it in response with the Murderous Rider. More likely they're gonna play a whole bunch of threats and destroy us. Okay, that is a fighter, which we can interact with, thank goodness. Still leaves an Etali to deal with. That's probably what they fetched. Seven life. That's a bit of a troll move. What do I need to hit? Like a Doomblade or something? D-Spark? Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix. I guess we take Tutor. And now we have to live until the next turn. How do we do it? Cut down's definitely not doing much, but that doesn't mean it'll always do nothing. Would have been great against the Cankerbloom. Mindstone, I don't know when I'll have time to play. All right. Us against the world. Let's see what they can do. We know about the Questing Beast. They could just transform the Etali if... Well, do they have enough mana? Yeah, they do. But they go for Glorybringer instead. Seems good. They kill this if they exert. Yeah, just Gruul good stuff. We got mana screwed in the mid game. Pretty sad. Not a keep, definitely. Just kind of lame. Thoughts on Niv Mizzet Supreme? The problem with Niv Mizzet Supreme is it's, I think, in every conceivable way worse than Niv Mizzet. The 5 mana one that gets you the does more of the Atraxa thing. So there's just no good reason to play it. Do love that Niv though. Mono black versus mono black. Skithiryx versus Shieldred. Everything will die. This language isn't good, but the key can fix that, and the tome is a good card draw engine. Not a lot of ways to deal with artifacts in mono black. That's why we have some pretty weird cards in our deck, like the Cityscape Leveler. Do I still have a Meteor Golem in this deck? I definitely did for a while. Tome of Legends. If we do Hasty Skithiryx, Tome can draw a lot of cards. Xander's Wake. So if one or more creatures you control die, draft a card. I mean, that's a good card if they're going to play a lot of creatures. Let's see what we draw with the Tome. It might be a ramp card. Oh, beautiful. See how we got to use our mana there? I was planning to discard Languish to the key, but now that I've seen Xander's Wake, I'm wondering, like, are they more of a creature deck? Lord Tony, have you creatures in your realm? What? This conjures Tron. Whenever this attacks or dies, seek an Urza land card. What? I mean, that gets a lot of value, right? That's pretty cool, especially for a go big deck. And now if we kill it, the Xander's Wake triggers. So you don't really want to let it attack. So I think I actually do have to take a minute and kill it. Cringe. On the bright side, we have this Bankbuster. Man, can nobody cast a Key to the Archive anymore? You just fall too far behind? Look how much value they get from this dying. They get a land. They also get the Xander's Wake. So good. They have 8 cards. We have 4. And they have Solemn. The value gasm is like, it's just too much. This feels like Yawgmoth should be their commander based on like the value creatures they've played so far. Is this the play? Do we just go for them? I mean, otherwise what we can do is like discard the Languish. We can Brutality the Solemn and pick something out of their hand, and then when they play Shieldred, we invoke Despair. I think we just have to go for it. I think we just get this done. They're gonna get so much value though. It's insane. They get the Xander's Wake trigger, they get the draw trigger. Monument. Forge Fire Automaton. What's this? Okay, this came out of the spell book. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure. This says at the beginning of your upkeep, return. Okay, cool. And we found a good use for the Languish. All right, that takes away some of the value. The Skithiryx is good against the Shieldred in that we can get in with haste a few times if we have enough mana and just win that way. Wow. They can make pretty good use of cards from our deck, and we have some heavy hitters. The key really isn't doing that much. We're wearing them down though. They were at like 8 or 9 cards in hand every turn. Now they're down to 3. We get Grim Tutor. Is that Breach the Multiverse? Probably. Ooh, the Grizz? Do we introduce the Grizz to this game? 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at how much? 19 going to 17. Over the top is over the top. Don't Thoughtseize me. Don't you Thoughtseize me. You can duress me, but don't Thoughtseize me. The Connect, okay. Pass, no damage, hey? Spider-Man meme. Rawr. Guys, the things I do to hit my land drop. And I almost missed it. I expect the Grizz to die. I just hope I don't die as well. Swamp cycling. Discard 2 cards. Life total getting pretty low. However, if the Grizzlebrand doesn't die, the combo is right here. Sheoldred Grizzlebrand is draw your deck. And oh my god, if I get to do that. Meteor Golem is a good one. The opponent also playing the Meteor Golem. Let's crew up. Quick CGB, go to 1. I will not. Okay, the bargain. The bargain. We have to prioritize getting our life total back up. Sheoldred helps. They have 3 cards. They have 26 life. They have black market connections. So they're going to be drawing a lot. I'm not sure that this will stick. I think it's actually pretty unlikely to stick. But it's something. And then we try to stay patient. We don't want to get beat by just a spot removal. Yeah, they're drawing cards. Nice. Lose more life. Westvale Abbey. Gotta watch out for that if there's too many. The Fleshbag Marauder. What you got? Sheoldred's still here. Uh-huh. Gain 2. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. Sheoldred's still here. The apocalypse is still upon us. So we have 12 cards in graveyard. So this card definitely isn't allowed to transform, but it's sorcery speed, so we can wait. No. The draw. Who needs Skithiryx when your entire library is available? Grizz? Grizz? It would be really bad if they had instant speed removal right here. Trigger. Yes! Let's go! Oh, that timing though. Oh no. Opponent, that's not the timing you're looking for. Oh my goodness. It does stop us cold though. We don't get to continue the run. Do we have any way to draw cards before that resolves? Wow, talk about waiting till the last moment to pile on. Oh my goodness. They had it and they let this occur. We go to 17. We still want to kill this at instant speed. So what else do we want to kill? We could kill the connections with the leveler. And then we'd only have 1 mana left. That's not good. So what else do we play? Let's go with a Heartless Act on the Golem. Let's go with a Cosmos Elixir to keep that life total juicy. Nah, more interaction. More interaction. Eldest Reborn, get the clock ticking to get Childred back. Okay. All right, we're about to pass to end step when we have to discard. So let's put this here, here, here. How many cards do we have to discard? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think I need... These can be in the graveyard, right? The cottage, though, is very good for getting something back. The removal's important. All right, end turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just waiting for the opponent to sorcery speed activate this Shieldred to eat up some of their mana. There it is. There she goes. We're gonna show off the power of instant speed removal. Cling My Leveler resolves. Kinda sucks, but okay, sure. You can do that in response if you need to. Griselbrand remains. Okay. It's like that sometimes. I mean, guys, you like having a low life total. I'm not opposed. Discard a card, please. The hell is that? Mindwreck Harpy. Nil 3 cards. Huh. What to do, what to do, what to do. 1 card left. 10 life. Out of there. Me want the Shieldred back on top of the library. Reassemble the team. Make swamps. Make Shelly. Elix. Hold up Rider, because they might replay their Shieldred. Fill the graveyard. All right, Black Market Connections. How are they still at 21? Freaking Monument. Whenever they cast a creature spell. Okay. They have a lot more creatures in their deck than I'm playing in mine. All right, they're fidgeting around. Let's see if they go for the Cling to Dust. Get rid of the Griselbrand. Probably a pretty good play. They should also exile the Dreadhorde General from their own. All right, yeah, they're getting rid of the Griselbrand. They left the Dreadhorde General though. Eldest Reborn can go after stuff in their graveyard. All the swamp cycling in the world, baby. I didn't know there was this much swamp cycling in the format. One card left. It's almost Skithiryx time. Shelly! I could also work on assembling Tron. I think it's definitely the Dreadhorde General. Come to daddy. They're gonna cling in response, I'm sure. They were just waiting for that. All right, Kling exiling Liliana and Sorin will get them to draw a card. So they use their Kling well. Not everybody uses their Kling well. But are they now? They're tapped out. Almost tapped out. Enough tapped out that Skithiryx can start doing the thing. God, that sound is so underwhelming. Don't need the map. We already know where our treasure is. Black market. Pona has a problem with shapeshifters. They like creatures in their deck, but they won't make the shapeshifter. They've decided it's just not a good enough deal. Ooh, the demolition field for the Bastion. Portal to Phyrexia. Wowie. Okay then. But do they see the demolition field problem? And they got my leveler already, which is my way to deal with it. They do have mana up. It might kill the Skithiryx. And they let me untap with the Bastion. Too bad we can't regenerate through the sacrifice of the portal. But we can bring Skithiryx right back out and give him haste. Does this hit? Our opponent has already proven they are a last second removal kind of player. And they have Baleful Mastery. No! We will have to wait another turn to find victory. I don't think I have a way out. We get the march. Back to command with you. Another counter on the tome. We can proliferate up to 6. Wait, how many swamps do we have? 9? Not 10? They have a black market connections on the field. They can get back Shieldred though. Then we have to kill it. Okay. Can we kill it? We're a mana short? No, we're not. We can march it. God, that's aggressive. All right, we go for it. We go for it. Uh-huh. So, can they draw in response? If they can, I don't see it. How? Eh? Come on, die to your own black market connection. There's no creatures left for Kling, right? Oh, there is! There's still a Shieldred. No! Okay. Okay. The drama continues. they're at 4 life facing Skithiryx. 5 poison. They tap their demolition field, so they can't blow up the bastion. Oh, my God, Lord Tony, you're a fighter. The skeleton dragon will have its way. Yeah, that was fun. That was a little back and forth. The only thing that's like kind of messes up that game is that they didn't respond to the Sheldred Grizzlebrand combo to keep me from gaining the life. If they had, I think they would have won. And I think they just mistimed it. And it's weird because they played everything else pretty well after that. It's just they messed up the timing on that removal spell. Yeah, if you're coming in for the ban talk, you're a little late. Sorry about that. Bans happened. They're gonna mess up best of 3 standard and make mono white and Esper really, really good. Probably. We'll see if anything else can really stand up to those. And yeah. In best of 1, almost nothing changes. Like you had to go 7 decks deep on the best of 1 like win rate stats to find a deck with a card that got banned. Wow, another mono black commander. This might not be a keeper just based on that. We are on the draw. We're up against Tiny Bones. So oops, I'll discard spells. I'll keep the hand because it doesn't matter what you keep. You just have to have 3 or more lands. And then you hope that you get to play things like Tome of Legends and get some value. But it doesn't really matter what's in our hand. It just matters what we draw. So the only priority you should have is don't get mana screwed. And then draw well. Which, in my opinion, is a terrible way to play Magic. But here we are. Didn't draw a removal spell, so the Tiny Bones might just grind out the game. Where's your discard spell, opponent? There it is. Yeah, this is gonna be lame. Probably weren't going to keep it to begin with because we just had a really long game with mono black, but obviously that's just not a Magic game anybody ever wants to experience. Milk Turtle, thank you for the prime. On the draw against Domri. Domri is a scary commander. It adds aggression and mana and a fight spell, but for mono black it's usually not too bad. This has 2 tutors to try to get board wipes, so I'll keep it. Signet, okay, no creature, so not a lot of aggression early, and we can keep up on ramp. Skithiryx is pretty good at battling smaller planeswalkers like Domri if we get enough mana. The opponent has a questing beast, so they are starting the aggro. I don't have Innocent Blood in the deck, or I could get that and kill the questing beast. Instead, I think we're just supposed to push through it with ramp. Lose a good chunk of life, and then try to catch up later. Can't even block the questing beast with a Solemn though. Brutal. And here's the commander. Punch face. Make mana. Don't let the mana make you. Alright, so we could Skithiryx their commander, and then they have to deal with the Skithiryx. Could corrupt the questing beast, attack their commander. Ooh. How about the collective brutality killing the questing beast? It's only 2 mana. We use us enough mana to Bankbuster. Let's take their commander off the field. We're still at 16. Not the world's finest life total, but it gives them something to deal with. Still no reach on that questing beast.
No, I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
Ceratops. That can gain reach. Am I willing to trade with that Ceratops? I might be. But this regenerates. Do you think they know? I'm not convinced they know. This is gonna look so aggressive, and it is. It's so aggressive. All right, they know. But they've got 4 poison now, so the race is interesting. Duress. Let's see what you got. What you got? Return of the Wild Speaker, Invasion of Ikoria. All right, invasion. Is it worth holding up regeneration? Not when I can see their hand, right? Target, target, target. Discard. And discard. Get the return. Get the questing beast. Get some life. Pass. Ceratops going in. But we've got the corrupt, so Ceratops shouldn't be able to aggro us out. Whenever they activate the ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability, so like regenerating our dragon, for example. Graveyard. Graveyard has Solemn. Do we want a Solemn? Don't think so. But I guess it's better than a random draw. Opponent is now at 8 poison. Let's corrupt the Ceratops. What? They drew that? Are we dead? I think we're dead. I think we're dead. That was their top deck after we saw their hand? Must be nice. Must be nice. Clowned by banned cards, Xaxes. The hate. I got done dirty. On the draw against Atraxa Grand Unifier. It's a very, very tough match to win. I think I'm supposed to mulligan for turn 2 ramp. I don't have it. I have a Liliana and a Duress. I might be able to slow down their ramp and ultimate. And I do have Griselbrand, one of the only cards that keeps up with Atraxa. Duresio. There's the ramp card. All right. If they never draw another land, we have a shot. This can proliferate Liliana, so it makes Liliana move fast, but they have Kaya, so we need a way to get rid of that too. They drew a 2-mana play, or they're bluffing on full control. Most Atraxa players have their entire life tied up in their Atraxa prowess, their Atraxa win rate. Yeah, the Liliana won't get there because of the Kaya now, so we just play Staff. He is here. Atraxa next turn, potentially. Really? The best card in your deck? It be that way sometimes.
When I win, you're telling me you can quit at any time.
See if they just slam Atraxa here, or if they use Kaya to deal with something. They got Binding. Okay. Maybe they do have some mana trouble.
I have bigger demons.
They also have 2 mana open, which could be a counter. Never mind. It's a mana creature. So, do we try to blight them out? We've got some proliferate. We could try to blight them out. The thing is, if they just play Atraxa, right now we don't have a removal spell, which is really bad, but they don't know that. And we could top it. Give it to them. Hopefully they just exile it with the Kaya. Because then we are looking at 8 mana. We can just replay it, get in again, and we have to proliferate once and we win. I'm not supposed to let you guys know that I'm recording on Twitch, but Jim Davis just rated me on Twitch, so check out his YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. All right, they went for what we hoped. They did exactly what we hoped they'd do. We're almost there. All right, definitely proliferate their face, but I'm gonna destroy their Saga. I'm sure it will matter. Corrupt off the top. That can't remove an Atraxa unless we get another swamp after this one. That's doable though. To the skies. Do not have a counter. They're holding priority, but could just be the Scrap Gorger. Show them the meaning of pain. So, now they need to cut off the Skithiryx, and they might also think they're safe if they destroy the Staff of Completion. But they don't know about this. Don't tell them. Ghost form counter on the Scrap Gorger. Another removal spell. They must have just drawn that, or they could have played it last turn. That's got to be a heartbreaker. And can they kill the Staff? Time Warp. It's never over. Atraxa, why don't you just die? And now they can minus the Kaya to exile the Staff. And they think they've stabilized. Can they find a way to make me discard the Bastion as a land that's so hard to do? What are the cards? They have a Thoughtseize. Oh, they're gonna see it. They can't take it because it's a land, but they're going to see it. I've never been happier to get Thoughtseized. Exile my Grizzlebrand. Land is lethal. We are coming to infect. Beating up Atraxa feel good, baby. Hello, Jim Davis. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Jim Davis fans. Happy Ban Day. We are giving out free bans in the chat. If any of you want to get banned, all you gotta do is raise your hand and a mod will be quick to ban you. And yeah. Yay for poison animations for the victories. But welcome in, guys. We did, there's a video on the Covert Go 2 channel about the bans. We did the whole, like, first, I think it was like an hour of the stream talking about the bans. But the long and short of it is, I think they might just have to ban a bunch of white cards in the fall, in August, which isn't that far away. So that's all right. But, like, it's hard to picture this format not getting pushed around a little bit by either you play like Wedding Announcement, Rafine, or Wandering Emperor, or you get pushed around by Itali, Breach the Multiverse, and Atraxa, and those being the things that matter. But hey, it's a little different from Rakdos, you know? So I guess there's that. And then if you look at Best of One, the format I play and that a lot of my viewers play, nothing changes. The top 6 decks in Best of One are completely unaffected by this ban. Unaffected. Mets, don't forget to unban. There you go. Yeah, I know. Letting them know we're actually softies. We unban people. Weird. Also, 12 wild cards coming to your arena account. Spend them on Historic Brawl. Format's eternal. Very fun. Very Best of One. Very Best of One. So I'm a big Historic Brawl fan, so I'm having fun making these Historic Brawl videos to fill times when I don't absolutely love Standard. Historic Brawl's been the really fun kind of thing for me. Some people like Explorer. I think Explorer is clearly a best of 3 format. I think Historic's a pretty good best of 3 format. I'm just not, I don't have the patience for best of 3 anymore in my life. To battle! What the hell is that? And then sometimes this happens and you don't recognize your opponent's commander and anything could happen. Our opponent is playing Captain Ripley Vance, a legendary human pirate from, I guess, Modern Horizons 2? Question mark? 2 in a red, 3/2. Whenever you cast your 3rd spell each turn. Jesus. Is there a more mono red commander than that? Put a +1/+1 counter on this. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. All right. Mono red coming at me. I've got no ramp. I've got pay life for cards in 3 different ways. And I've got the scourge of their deck, Sheoldred. I think I have to mulligan this. I'm going to end up Grim Tutoring for a swamp. And they're on the play. Ha! Ha! Let's see them beat this. Now 3 of our 4 non-land cards gain life. Let's go! No turn one play? What kind of a mono red are you? Maybe they're saving it up to make their commander good. Whoa, Arcanist. Brutality doesn't kill that. I'd like to file a complaint. Bring her out. Bring her out. Oh, that's good too. That's really bad for us. Two things that Collective Brutality has nothing on, and I mean nothing. But Pristine Talisman, eh? Eh? Lelia on the play is busted. Lelia on the draw is terrible. So, like, kind of taking our beats here. Did they already play this land? Yeah, they did. So they don't get value. Interesting that they played the land first. Bit of reunion. They can give the captain haste, which is really good against Collective Brutality. I bet they discard a 2 toughness creature. Oh, a 4 toughness creature. Oh, God. This deck goes bigger than I thought it would. Look, guys, don't judge me. Sometimes you have to kill an artifact with your mono black deck, okay? Let me just play my commander strategies. Bolt me. Okay. It'd be that way sometimes. Ornithopter, out of there. You will not reckless charge this Ornithopter. We're gonna lose 3 life. Let's see if the opponent can just kill us here. They get 1, 2, 3. I think we're dead. Oh, we're dead. We're 100% dead. My Pristine Talisman couldn't save me. Did we already play a tally in a good game, or did we? Was that a bad game? I can't remember. Childred, Domri, Atraxa. Okay, yeah, and still need a good game against a tally. All right. On the draw against Italy Primal Conqueror, we have to mulligan for ramp, something better. And this is not actually better, but we do have a tutor. We do hit our lands. We'll see where it goes. Our opponent's going to scry with their temple. I'm ready for your mana dork. Come on. Come on. Hard mode it is. Wow. Yeah, on the play, they kept a 2 ramp into a 4 ramp into a tally, maybe, if they draw the land. That is a tough pill to swallow. Honestly, against a tally here, I think we just pass. You don't even want to put out a target if they just hit a disenchant or targeted removal. All right, they get a Signet and a Tangled Florahedron. So they'll have the mana to recast a tally next turn. or transform it. I guess we hope they transform it. But I got a cut down target. But I don't think we want to kill Italia until they actually try to transform it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can go for it. If they go for it, they win. So we have to keep 2 mana open, which is kind of bad. But, oh well. Vorinclex. Little trick against Vorinclex, float your mana first so that you don't get your mana frozen. Did they miss their mana? They did miss a land drop. They don't necessarily have a tally next turn. Children? The bad news is that means they have a lot of cards in their hand that are probably good. Well, they drew the land. Aha! Aha! Mirror March, you say? Well, they won a flip. Good for them. But it's pathetic and useless. Don't worry. Nobody has ever won a Mirror March flip. At least not a good or important one. We are fine. Okay, so we could languish the Gwenna. They would still have the mana to recast. They wouldn't have the threat. We could also bargain. What do we bargain for? 3 mana spot removal? We could also just try to get in there with Skithiryx. Honestly, I think I'm trying to bargain for Breach. If I can. Breach is there. Breach is there. You have to top a land to cast it, though. Might be asking too much. Could also just take removal. Play Liliana, fill their graveyard. That's not the worst. Now remember, nobody has ever won a coin flip off Mirror March, so don't be concerned. Do not be concerned.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
We're just gonna fill up their graveyard and transform our Sheoldred.
Have to leave.
It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Neo, is that you? I think our opponent has hacked the Matrix. I'll just see myself out. Oh, now they lose one. I think our opponent took all, and I mean all of the lost coin flips of Mirror March history and added them all up into one game. In one game. Man, I have been waiting. I have been setting that up for so long. I've been setting that up for weeks with nobody ever winning a Mirror March flip with a tally ever. I have been setting that one up for weeks. I am so happy. So happy it finally paid off. I can't tell you how many, like, either me playing it or playing against it, how many people have just, like, played Mirror March and not won a single flip. It's been, like, 5 or 6 times now. I think most of them are on the channel, too. I would like to go first, though. Opponent goes first. We will keep. We are on the draw. We're against Akiri, Fearless Voyager. Equipment still sucks, and there's nothing you can do about it, but here we are. Let's see if we can prove it. Put money where mouth is. Here is Argyl's Bloodfast. So if there are openings, we'll just draw some cards. Cringe. Imagine value enchantment removal. All right, here's a Celestis. I've got plenty more where that came from. Basri. Yuck.
My sands will protect you.
All right, so few choices here. A few choices. This will probably go up again, which means that the Skithiryx doesn't kill it because we went second, because going second sucks. So maybe we're supposed to Edict it. We could also get the Eldest Reborn tickering and play Skithiryx next turn. And then we are hasty attacking it, drop it to 1. If they kill it, we get it back with Eldest Reborn. Or we could play the Mind Stone, the Vecna, and the Edict. It's actually an interesting choice. I think we want to get the Mind Stone down for the future ramp, so let's start with the Eye in case it changes our play from there. Nav Orb doesn't change our play. Got it. All right, still waiting for equipment from the equipment deck. Here's a commander. Here's a mirror shield. Once that thing gets equipped, it does provide hexproof, so we could be in trouble. Tome of Legends. Yeah, we've got to play the Reborn and we've got to play the Tome. But the opponent will get to untap and equip Mirror Shield to something. But if we get back the Lauren, we can blow up the Mirror Shield. Let's see if we get beaten here by the dangerous equipment deck that we always make fun of. Nadar, pretty good. Gotta take care of our life total. That's a leveler. I'm a mana short. They discarded Winota. For crying out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we play. Oh, let's play the dragon. Have regeneration open. See if they can exile our dragon. I know, defensive Skithiryx is not something you probably thought you'd see today, but here we are. Pretty hot card in Showdown. No removal, just aggression. Fervent Champion. coming in hot for a card. So if they unattach equipment from a creature, tap it and it gains indestructible, that's fine. I deal my damage in the form of -1/-1 counters. Oh, I don't know if they knew about that. I don't know. Oh, we got a reader. They're reading the card, guys. Classic infect. All right, Eldest Reborn gets what? Lauren can blow up the shield. It can also blow up the showdown. The showdown's sneaky dangerous. There's so many +1/+1 counters even after it gets its value. But the shield, I think, is the best thing out there. I guess we can level the showdown if we actually care. That's the thing about leveler though, just having an 8/8. Pretty good. Okay. Opponent, you killed your own commander to give it indestructible. Equipment decks are bad enough. They don't need your help. All right, level them. Have a power stone. Let's begin the poison. God, that sound is unsatisfying. It's the worst. It's the worst. Sunfall. Sweepers in your equipment deck. I can't say I didn't get got. Yeah, that's a card you can play. They can even activate it using their new Power Stone. Cruelty. Cruelty, huh? We just exiled a bunch of stuff. I guess if they kill this, we can get it right back. We probably just try to end the game, but they might be able to end the game back. 14 is not insurmountable, especially when they have Faceless Haven and the 4/4 and Showdown, but I'm going to make them have it. Let's race. Lifelink. Okay, not afraid of that. Not afraid of that. Let's see, do they got it? Oh! That's 8. I think we survive. And we poison them out at 33. Fun. It's gonna be one of those kind of days today, huh? Alrighty. Alrighty. Guys, hit your follow now. You're not gonna be able to chat for 10 minutes after you follow. So hit your follow now if you haven't. Thank you. Property 47 minutes. We could actually call this a video. You want to try to get one more? I think we can try to get one more. A good solid 8-minute game would be exciting. Atraxa again though, probably not exciting. We already have one good game of actually felling Atraxa, but yeah, we'll see. If we absolutely crush them, maybe. On the play against Atraxa, Grand Unifier, I think this is a really good hand for it. We've got the Liliana to pick at their grip, and then Atraxa will eventually refill it, but hopefully we can get in with Skithiryx a few times, use Liliana to clear the way. We also have the Cabal Stronghold, which can be a huge mana explosion. if we draw some swamps, which we have 32 more of in the deck. Turn 1 Mox Amber. That's bold. But against black, it makes sense, right? Because Thoughtseize could take it, and they probably don't have a way to kill it if they're in black. Dark Ritual on 2. Just okay. Got fast mana all-stars over here. Let's go, Lily. I think we get Lily ticking.
I'm tired of
I
your
think that's the way. Try to slow them down. And an Explorer hits the graveyard. All right, Oracle down. They did hit an extra land drop, and we know they're drawing another one. DT, huh? All right. All right, what do we get? I mean, what helps against Atraxa? That card is really good against Liliana, actually. So we'll need Ugin the Ineffable. You know, Boseiju my key. That'd be interesting. Cuts me off of 1 mana. People really like to go out of the way to kill the key because they don't want you to have the colored mana, but in this case we chose Demonic Tutor. It matches our colors. I'll get the gate. Idle. We didn't draw an untapped land for the Ugin, which is a little heartbreaking. We do get to fetch whatever we want here, though. And we'll have 6 mana next turn. Let's get their last card.
Don't overthink.
Man, do we just play the dragon? They play Atraxa, we minus, we hit. I mean, I'm sure they'll draw something to kill it. But right now they don't have the mana for Atraxa. We're just asking them to brick. There's just no good answer to an Atraxa, though, in the whole deck. We could team up the lilies. Let's go for the dragon. Turns on their removal if they top deck removal, too. That's the land. Easy, never didn't have it. And now a whole new grip for the opponent, including Emergent Ultimatum or Casualties of War, but not both. I guess that's the bright side. They also have an Ephemerate. And Liliana's minus isn't going to work because of the Ranger. Yeah, we just got completely destroyed. Because we have to get this Emergent Ultimatum. That cut down's pretty good. Let's see. If the opponent responds, though, with the Ephemerate. Oh. All right, if they play this the right way, well, I guess we go for this. Maybe they'll be reactive to the Thoughtseize. Or the Duress. Can they cast it? Okay, so they respond with the Ephemerate. Oh, they're gonna get a new grip. Jesus. Okay. That is definitely a way to do it. Seems good. Rebuke me. Great. Can't wait for that. What a nightmare. Opponent with the GG. What a beautiful person.
of your friends has to leave.
Now we hope they rebuke us, I think. But they'll probably just kill the Skithiryx, and we don't have the mana to recast it. Yeah, I'm not wasting my time. One more shot at a last game. And one thing I have not missed about streaming are the snipers. Ugh. Another Atali. I'm not playing another Atali. We're not putting another Atali in the video anyway. Lantern Dude, Nicole Bolas, God Pharaoh. And we're on the play with ramp and card advantage. This is kind of, not gonna lie, it's kind of a perfect hand to play against them. So, happy to keep it. Guardian Idol. Circuit Mender for those nice little bits of life that Mono Black sometimes needs. Ooh, Duress. Duress, you say. Let's clear the way through like a Spell Pierce for our Black Market connection. And we see Awakened Inferno, Extinction Event, and the Vessel. Take the Inferno. And full send. Let's go. So what do we have? 6? No counter that is visible. We have Extinction Event. I think we just try to get our first poison counters in there. Good. Yep. Now we just need the mana back to cast it again. Crux of Fate. Tapped land, kind of sad. Oh wait, nope, that's a swamp. Untapped land. All right, if we play this, we don't have the mana to give it haste. Is this for each basic swamp? Okay, that's why I had it in my head that didn't work. I think we go for the Ugin then. Very overpowering game so far for the opponent. Firemind Vessel comes down. We go lower. My life total is not low enough for my taste. We Skithiryx them again. Will we kill them or infect them? We're in a lovely position to do either. Let's see what they can do. With 8 poison, 12 life, and enough mana to play their commander. They might just roll the dice for the top of my library, or they might just run away. That wasn't a very good game, was it? Kind of a steamroll. Will we use it? Yep. It's the right, I mean, it's the right length that it could still make the video. We're in a lovely position to do either. Let's see. Yeah, not much of a game though. Not much of a game. Kind of weird to see Grixis not kill anything, huh? All right, opponent on the playing Atraxa. Against Atraxa, I feel like I need to mulligan for turn 2 ramp to even be part of the game. I guess I'll keep this one because going lower doesn't usually make sense, as you're just up against a million cards out of the Atraxa deck. Throw Spiral on 2. Everything perfect for them so far. Two 8-drops in a row off the top. What are the chances? Yeah, I'm bored already. Nope. Nope to Atraxa. We don't need to play that game again. Ramp into Atraxa. I think we'll call that we'll call that a recording. That'll be a video. I can't seem to get that last game quite the way that I want it, so forget it. I'll record the intro outro later. It's not that unfortunate. There's some really good stuff in here. It's just sometimes chasing that last game leads me to a very sad spot, and then I record my outro and I'm like, this deck sucks, don't play it. But I actually had some fun stuff earlier, so I'm trying to learn not to chase the last great game the way I sometimes do, because it'll lead me to like spending 2 hours trying to get one more game that's awesome. What kind of game did you want? I'm not telling you so you can snipe me. If you're, in case that's not an honest question. If it is an honest question, just commander we haven't already played against, like playing against Bolas would have been fun if they had put up a fight, you know. Did we lose more games than we won in this video, though? It's possible. Did we beat Akiri? Let's try to end the game. Oh, yeah, it was close. We did beat Akiri. Okay, so this is a 3-2, which is totally fine. We got clowned by Atali, and we got even Steven top-decked by Domri. And we did beat Atraxa once. Because they played, in my opinion, pretty badly. But, you know. The best game was probably the match with Sheoldred, black versus black. You have a general rule of thumb when you build a deck. Yes, do not lose. It is a sweet deck. I love the infectness of it. Is it safe to craft cards to get wild cards back tomorrow? In theory. I already have them, so it's no risk for me. Probably shouldn't take my advice. It is always a risk, but I think you'll be fine. Let's put in some squee reps. Let's get some squee reps. Because that's the one I have to do next. Well, it's Slimefoot and Squee. I've been enjoying Covert Go Crew. Good. They are expensive and time consuming to make, and they don't make any money, so I'm glad you like them. Because that's really all I do it for. Hopefully you guys like them. I mean, we ramp, and we have Priest. Priest can be good. Yeah, I'll try it. Oh, we can, we're not recording anymore. Twitch scene, alerts, music. +1/+1 counters, the deck. Enduring Bondkin, the card. Let's see how they handle the Priest. Twitch exclusive content, that's right. Ass Pirate. We've got an Ass Pirate here. Wait, I was supposed to put this in my command zone. I don't have a token now. It's fine, this is fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. This was supposed to go to command though, for sure. After today's announcements, I'm jumping on Brawl Historic. Are there any cool budget control decks? I mean, really just take your wild cards and like, you can find substitutions for most things. It just takes thinking. If you're used to hitting import export, you won't get the same experience, but I mean, I think that you'll be fine. Just pick up some staples. Wow, I really screwed up this game, didn't I? I love your Historic Brawl content. Somehow I became a Crokies enjoyer over the last weeks. Enjoy your experience, I guess? I am also a Crokies enjoyer a good amount of the time. Dude, what the heck? Talk about hard mode. Branching Evolution, there's a Gear Hulk. Do I take the cards? Or do I annihilate? We have to kill it sometime, right? Ugh. Ugh. I saw that Crokies was playing Slimefoot and Squee deck in Historic, and I thought he was playing Brawl because it was hanging out over here like this. So I was like, this motherfucker. Sorry, pardon my language. This guy is stealing my deck. Then I realized he was just playing, he was playing Historic. Incoming 8/8. Naughty, naughty. Hey, shut up. All right. I didn't mean it. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt real bad. But we need some saprolings because I binned my commander and I forgot that you needed to get back. You needed a saproling token to get it back. Thought you saved that language for roller derby. I don't even swear when I coach roller derby. If I could get Crokies as excited about Historic Brawl as I am, I would have a really good time battling him. But if you're interested in Historic Brawl collab content, it sounds like, this isn't confirmed, but there is a good chance the one and only LVD Legend and I will be co-casting the Historic Brawl League in July, early July. So I think we'll be co-casting that tournament. Four mana. Sacrifice what? A creature. That sucks. It's such a big trampler. Do I have another way? Do I have another way? I don't think so. I think it has to be you. LVD and I have collabed on some content before. It was kind of janky, but like, it was right. I think it was to celebrate when I hit 69,000 subs. And I did, I think there were 2 videos of us playing different creature type, like off creature type janky decks. It's still on YouTube. And of course, the Showdown with Crokies is live on both of our channels. So if you do love that kind of content, it's still very much out there for your entertainment. 6 commander damage. Wanderer. I really didn't want to have to tap this spider this turn. It's a big fiend artisan. Mamaludgia. Thank you for the prime. Do check your primes, guys. The primes have probably expired because it's been a long time. But if you have a Twitch Prime and you usually use it on this channel, it's a good time to check your Prime. They didn't attack. That is a good thing for us. Search your library for an X. Man, we can almost fetch the combo too. We can also play Itali here. We can play Tender Shoot. This doesn't have trample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Gain life. So that really helps. We get Tender Shoot. That gives us Saprolings for Squee. City's Blessing. Did I count right? Yes, I did. They're 3 3s. Potatoes, thank you for the prime. Baron Griswold, thank you for the prime. See, I knew it. Here comes the combat. No tricks. We go to 6. Opponent flooding out here. Let's try to assemble the combo. One more turn. Don't forget to unsub from Twitch Turbo. The price is going up. How much is it going up? That was something they didn't specify in the email. How much is it going up? $12.99? I mean, you get to decide what $1 is worth to you. That's still worth it to me. I watch enough Twitch. No ads. That's worth it to me. Like if they had, they'd probably have to hit, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to give anybody ideas, but they'd have to hit a much higher number to turn me off. Let's play it safe. Guys, you don't know what they're talking about. Check your email. You didn't get an email from the CEO of Twitch like I did? All right, can we do it? I think we have enough. So if you guys don't know the combo, there is a combo in this. Let's go into turbo mode here. Slimefoot and Squee is a goblin. So when you combine Pitiless Plunder, Slinging Lieutenant, and Slimefoot and Squee in the graveyard, you have exactly enough mana to do this over and over until the opponent is dead. Yep, and it goes on and on. You just sacrifice the commander, the lieutenant rather, to itself, and then you bring it back with Slimefoot and Squee, and with the Plunderer, you make 4 treasures every time, which is the cost of reanimating. Repeat till dead. I know, it's a combo, it's fun. It's what makes the Fiend Artisan was awesome in that game, huh? It was big enough to keep the opponent from killing us, and then it was able to fetch us both sides of the combo once we had bought some time. Plunderer? Yeah, but I was talking about Fiend Artisan, which fetched it. I don't know. You guys tell me what I said. Turn 2 commander, let's go. Does Mono Red need bans in August? Probably not. It's okay if Mono Red is really, really good, because then you can target it. The problem is the rest of Standard, including the decks that beat Mono Red, are they samey, boring, oriented around the same things? Dusky Legion Duelist. Get him. All right, I need a way to discard some cards. Maybe we'll hit the untapped land too. Just go for the best possible draw. Oh my god, it's Calyx! back to life. Let's go with Italy first. Yes, I picked out the song for the game that I'm playing here in the deck. Yes, I'm very smart like that. What? What? All right, I think this is the best. Thanks for the Felidar retreat. You wanna attack the Italy? You wanna come at me, bro? Nope. Okay. Take it. Gutsy. Sack it, decline, destroy. See what they can do. We got rid of their trample enabling audacity, which is one of the best cards in their deck. Every keyword is just kicker. That's been like a saying for a while. I'm not surprised somebody found a funny way to make a good short out of it. These are important contributions to our culture. That was sweet. That felt good. That was cool. Next turn, bring back Emrakul. It's so cool I bring out Emrakul. Nice. Ooh, do we try a standard game? One game of standard? Do we get sweaty? I'm feeling so good. I'm risking getting sweaty, guys. Perfect hand. What could go wrong? Blue source, please. Blue source, please. Thank you.
Gods, to me.
If they had a go for the throat, they should have used it there, right? Weird. Instead, they do this. Very weird. Maybe they're hoping to draw land for Invoke Despair, right? And they did draw the land.
May your plan strike.
And now they cut down? What else you got? I've drawn 2 straight lands. They've used 2 cut downs. That's a lot of land we've drawn in a row. I'm starting to get nervous. I think they have another cut down though.
Protect the people.
Grasp, that's what they have. Sure. Come on, card draw. We are a card draw spell from victory. That's the way it feels. And we've only drawn land. It's a lot of land draw steps there, guys. If they have underdog, I don't really want to trade my token anyway. Sure. What you gonna do with that?
Something suspicious.
Sure.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Gods, to me.
Uh-huh. Pretty good.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Keep watch for it.
Yes. There we go.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish after all.
May your plan strike.
Well, what do they rip? Is it Invoke Despair? Enough to make them pause. Sure. Shuffle is fine. I mean, we take those.
Show them how we
Come on, baby. Give them the business. A little Invoke Despair protection. Now they go for the throat. Wow. I mean, you gotta make sure it gets exiled, right? Gotta get that token exiled. All right, Naked Make Disappear doesn't counter Invoke here, but it does counter a Flesh Gorger. Make them think we found it this way. I think this for an underdog is pretty good. Although, what are they? They're an 8? This could still hit Invoke Despair next turn. Opponent, you didn't play around it? What were you thinking? Woo! Take that, Standard. Still got it. Still got it. But no, the Standard's an okay place to visit. Standard's a good place to visit, but I still don't know if it's a good place to live, man. I've gotta figure out how this all, is gonna work out for me. All these changes to Standard, it feels so weird. I've played Standard for so many years. I've made so many videos. It's tempting to just make a change, but man, I feel that attachment. I feel that tie, But God, 3 years with this. Some of the cards will be around. Some of the cards will be around for 3 years. That's so long. Guys, it's so long. However, regardless, we don't have to make that decision today. Today was an interesting day, but not, we don't have to snap to anything. We'll figure out what's fun. We'll figure out where the fun in Best of One is, and we'll make it happen. It's a lot of choices. Alchemy? Historic? Commander? Historic Brawl? Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Discord, whatever. There's still, through it all, only one in Best of One. So thank you for watching the stream. As always, I will see you in the next one.
Every night where the dreams are the same, taken by my fear with a different face.
As always, you're cool. Participate in the raid. Play the burn game on the way out. I'll see you when I see you. But, I don't know. Maybe streams will be more frequent. You'll have to wait and see. Good night.